We're
Hello
just doing
guys,
in
and
the
welcome back
background.
to the channel. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today it's a Oldham versus Port Vale preview and prediction. We did this a few days ago with the Wolves one, and we'll be doing this throughout the season. We're joined with Dylan. I'm not going to say your second name because I'll probably get it wrong. But how are you, mate?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. So it's EFL action back. It should be a very good game. With two teams that should be quite high up in the league. But before we get into that, just tell us about what you do on your channel.
I do match vlogging. I've not missed a game now since February 2024. I've recorded all the 24-25 season, same with the 25-26 season. Now going on to obviously the 26-27 season. We started at Stoke. We did lose 2-0, but it well. We just looked like we had a good performance overall. Even though we did end up picking up the loss, we were very good in certain areas. But it's just, yeah, just Stoke going on to that. It was just a bad day at the office in the terms of the result, but not bad enough to say we're a poor result. We played very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like obviously we both had championship opposition, so I think the aim for Vale was to just make sure we put up a good fight and make sure it didn't go to a heavy battering. Just obviously now you've talked about the channel. Uh, Obviously, you'll be doing a match day vlog on Saturday, so make sure to go and check that out, everyone. And I'm sure it'll be a very feisty game.
Well, you've sold out, haven't you? So it's
Yeah,
going to be a very feisty one because we've sold over 7,500 as well. So
how much you like? So, what's your capacity again?
13.5k.
That's good then. Should be
Yeah.
quite filled out. Unfortunately, I'm on holiday for that game, so I can't go to it, but I will definitely be watching it on my telly. Um, so let's just get into the game now. So in terms of Oldham, obviously you're expected to be, in that playoffs or maybe just outside, just in that, sort of area. Just tell us how the transfer business has been. Is there anyone that's coming that that you fancy doing really well? Is there anyone that's that's left that could be a key loss? Just talk us through all your transfer business.
To be fair, at the start we signed Scott Morris and Forson. Scott Morris, I expect to be a good player going into League Two because he always has been a goal scorer. He was a goal scorer for Southend, and then we also brought Forson with him. Forson scored against us when we played them away. He turned looks like a fantastic player. If you watched him against Stoke, everyone even said Oldham number 7 is going to be a good player for this season. The thing that we're lacking on, in my opinion, is a goal scorer. But we'll see. Obviously, if we bring anybody in, or we do get certain things.
Hmm.
But the turns out that Bradford have turned around and gone for Matthew Hudson. So we might be losing our main keeper. So we might have to buy one in very, very soon.
Yeah, it's not ideal. When it's this close to the season. So as you said about the goal scorer, obviously you brought in Elliot Nevitt from Gillingham, but do you think he'll be a goal scorer? I mean, at Gillingham, the numbers, were quite average at Gillingham. Do you think he can maybe cause some damage in the team? Do you think in the league?
To be fair, I've not really watched him play because he didn't play against Stoke. So it was a bit of one of them. We've not really seen him play that much, and in
Mm.
friendlies it means really nothing
Yeah.
for the base of a goal scorer. So it's I don't know. I don't with Elliot Nevitt. I don't know what it'll be like. Like I've signed him on FM, and he's turned out to be a superstar. But FM's a complete different kettle of fish compared to actual real life. So hopefully he can have a good season, but we just got to wait and see. To be fair, obviously Oldham are very optimistic. because we were actually singing in the Stoke away end that we were going to win the league.
Mm.
So it's good.
I mean,
We're very optimistic that we're going for playoffs or even promotion this season.
yeah, I was just about to ask you that. Where do you expect Oldham to be? And obviously, you said around that top area. Where do you expect them to be?
Um, we were talking before we obviously went live and started recording that you put them fourth in your
Mm.
predictions. So
Yeah.
I've done the exact same thing. I think we're going to finish fourth in the playoff spot, and I reckon we actually are going to win the playoffs.
Mm.
So, but again, we could have a really good season and absolutely win the league, or we could have a terrible season and finish bottom half of the table. It depends. I always say it's the first 5 games that really show where you're going to
Mm.
go. And we have another team that's looking for promotion or even the playoffs this season. So we just got to see what we do against Hughes. If we start losing, like losing the first 3 games, I don't think it's going to be as good of a season as everyone's hoped to be. But we start picking up points very early. I think that's when we'll start picking up the form over the rest of the season.
Mm. No, I do agree with that. I feel like it's a very good test for both teams to kind of find out. It won't, interfere with the fact that it, even though if it turns out as a loss for Vale or for Oldham, you know, it depends how good we play. I feel like if you were to win, if Oldham were to win, then that would be fantastic for you. And then would you think that would give you confidence to be like, okay, we really do have a good shot in the league, in winning the league,
Well,
or even getting up in that top three?
Well, we've got Port Vale this Saturday at 12:30. Then we've got Colchester away, and then we've got Swindon at home. Swindon and Port Vale aiming for playoffs slash promotion this season. Colchester, I think they're a mid-table side this season. I've not really checked up on them, so if we can at least get 4 points out of that, I'm happy to say that we'll still have a really good season. If we lose all three, that's when we've got to look to the worry. But my worry is that we're going to lose our keeper to Bradford, and then we might not have a goal scorer.
Yeah, I mean it's not ideal towards the start of the season in just a few days, and I mean fingers crossed you can get a proven goal scorer. I think that's what Vale need as well. In terms of the business we've done, but so obviously, have you done any predictions yet for the upcoming season?
Um, I've done my top. I know my promotion teams. Well, my playoff slash promotion teams and my relegation teams, but I wouldn't say I could tell you where everyone else is going to
Oh
finish
yeah,
because
okay, yeah,
I've not really looked into that, to be fair, because I still need to get a video out myself about like where my prediction anyway. But
yeah,
I've not really dug deep into it yet as much as the season started on Saturday.
yeah. So I think, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are up there in the mix, and it's gonna be an interesting one. And I think there's mixed. There's like with the likes of York and Rochdale coming up as well. That'll be I think they'll be. I think York might cause a shock, but at the same time, they could be ones. Around mid-table, around scrapping for relegation, or even in the playoffs. I think they're a very um interesting side, and I think it'll be
Well,
an
we
interesting
were
league.
talking about it on the show the other
Mm,
week. It was like York now. If they would have kept the manager, I had them right in the playoffs.
mm,
Like I was not going against that. But now with Ugler, Oldham fans have had a very different experience with Ugler anyway.
mm,
I think he did the wrong decision in getting a new manager in, and I don't think he'll do it especially well because, not being funny, a 2-0 loss to Crawley is not the best.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it'll be interesting. So yeah, just obviously coming back to the actual game now. What are your thoughts about Port Vale then, as just a whole?
Well, you sold out, which isn't really expected to bring a lot of,
Yeah,
well, I think is it about 2,000 you bring in, or is it a
fifteen
bit
hundred
less? Fifteen
allocation. Yeah.
hundred. So you expect that to be filled anyway, especially
Mm,
first game of the season with
100%.
someone close to us as Port Vale. Team wise, I again I do reckon you're going to be up there because that's not normally happens. A team that finishes dead bottom normally does really really well the
Mm,
next season. Um, but to be fair, I think we can pick up the win against you because yeah, you are going into a newer league really, even though you have gone down, and the I don't get like how it goes different, but it always has been different between League Two and League One. And teams who go up from League Two and League One normally fucking struggle. To be fair, so
mm. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how good we do next season. Vale fans are expecting to go straight back up into League One. So just talk us. Obviously, you said that Forson. You said he was he looked good against Stoke. Just name us a few players that Vale will need to be careful and look out for.
well, our keeper got golden glove last year, so
Mm,
that's a player that everyone highlights anyway. Manny Month, big centre back at the back,
mm.
but he just really controls our defence.
He used to play for
Robson,
Tranmere, didn't
yeah. Then we've got Robson, who we bought from Forest Green for last season. Well, yeah, we had him last season, but we bought him for that season. He turned out to be one of our better players last season. He can run with the ball, tackle very well, and then also just get past opponents really and control the game at the back with Manny Monf.
he?
And then Forson was the attacking midfielder that we've always been crying out for. When we lost Yoga Nathan after Wembley, because he went back to Barnsley, we needed that attacking mid, and that's what Forson looks to be. And he even takes shots from outside of the box, which we've not really had for the last two seasons. But then the striking performance, everyone turns around and goes about Fondop. In my opinion, I don't think he's built for this league, and that's not me slagging him off. I just don't think he's at the level as other players. But yeah, out of the four players, I would say Forson, Robson, Manny Monf, and Hudson being our keeper.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll definitely have to look out for them. So I mean, since obviously I'll give a few Vale players now. So obviously Onel Hernandez on the wing. I think should do quite well next season. Obviously a tall figure of Mo Fall up top. I think a lot of Vale fans are kind of slagging him off. Um, I feel like he could do some damage in League Two. I feel like I'm very 50-50 with him. I feel like he needs to be playing with another striker up front though. We've got we brought in Monsmer from Lincoln, who looks all right against Wolves, and we've got Dempsey, who we brought in as well from Bolton, who looked very good um, against Wolves. So they're just a few of our standout players. So I feel like it'll be two evenly matched teams, and we've got to end with a score prediction. What are you going for, Dylan?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win for Oldham.
Fair enough. Gotta back. I'll go 2-1 Vale. I think it'll be close. I do think it will be very close, but I feel like Vale will.
You got to back your team on the first day, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so that'll be it for today. Very, quite a short video. Obviously, Dylan, you're usually on the shows, and they are quite long, aren't they? So it's
Yeah.
nice to.
Have you moved Oldham up yet in the EFL show rankings,
Um,
or
we we
are you moving them tomorrow?
we will be. I'm gonna have to talk to you about that because there's a schedule thing. I'll talk to you about it after.
Yeah.
But we will be moving them up. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, everyone. I'll put Dylan's channel link in so you can go watch is content in the matchday vlog that you'll be putting out. Hopefully saying that Vale will be winning. Fingers crossed. But anyway, make sure to like and subscribe, everyone, and up the Vale.